So we're at Target and I just wanted to check out their wine selection. Let's see what they have, you guys. See how they have things categorized here. So they have like their top end, right? You have like the more expensive selections here, like your top shelf. And then they also have all your bottom shelf stuff. So when you're looking down here, like Bogle, 19 Crimes, Apothic, like you should not be going into those. Now, Concha y Toro, on the other hand, for the price and the quality, this is actually a solid wine. It's not as high in alcohol as Paso Fruit, so 13.5, but like super solid wine for that style. And the same here, like this is going to be hot, the Robert Mondavi Private Selection. But to be honest, if you're looking for something good that's not Apothic or 19 Crimes, the Robert Mondavi Private Selections is actually solid. It's a solid wine. When I used to blind taste when I was getting ready for my certified, this was always so difficult for me to get. I don't know why. I always called it a Merlot because of how soft it was. For $28, don't necessarily recommend that. I'd probably more go with like Triana. So this is Austin Hope. It's from Paso, Cabernet. So this is 14.5% alcohol as well. This is like a more juicy style Cabernet if you're looking for something that's not super dry. Like that's a style I think a lot of people would gravitate towards for like a beginning drinker for sure. To be honest, here they have a lot of really good wines and they're not like locked up, which is cool. Like obviously I would not spend, look at this. I mean, this is almost $80 for Camus or $60 for Prisoner. It is just, it's absurd to me. Like I do feel like you can get a lot better quality wines. Like even if you go with like Francis Coppola, like Director's Cut, I know that this is a low end, but this is still an approachable style Cabernet blend. I remember drinking Director's Cut. It's from Alexander Valley a long time ago when I was learning how to be a sommelier. And I actually really enjoyed this and even for 16 bucks, like the traditional Francis Coppola Cabernet out of Paso, you can see like they have Coppola everywhere. Coppola is like really easy to understand. So this is like the blend, their red blend. But to be honest, like if you're looking for something that's not super expensive, but you do want something powerful, if you're like a whiskey drinker or something like that, this is the style that you should probably try to start exploring, because this is going to give you the oak influence you're looking for, the darker profile, really rich texture, and the tannin structure that I think will give you a good bridge from going from, you know, whiskey into like the wine world. Not that I like this wine because it's Prisoner, but like if you want something juicy, really fruit forward with like a blend of like black, red, blue fruits, Zinfandel is what you want. So I don't necessarily think that you should go into Saldo for the price. It's $34 here, but this is going to have a lot of alcohol. It's 15%, a touch of residual sugar in here, so it's not going to be super dry. Sell Ridge at Target. That's mind-blowing to me because Montebello, which is like the high end of Ridge, is one of my favorites. But the fact that they have some Sonoma County Zinfandel blend from Ridge, 2020 vintage, 5-year young, for a really reasonable price for Ridge, that's actually, this is a stellar wine. Look at that, Petit Syrah, Carignan, Alicante Boucher, like that's like native grape to California. That's super cool. I would buy this for the price and the quality. These are the things that you should neglect to purchase. Meiomi Pinot, it is not a true Pinot Noir. Like, let's be real. Conundrum, made by the Wagner family. Like, this is the same producer as Camus. Just like, it is not a spectacular quality wine. I mean, there's so many other, like these things here, like I've never had this, so I won't tell you how this drinks, but like, this is more of like, to me, this gives off like a gimmicky vibe. You know what I mean? And if someone's spending all this money on like packaging like this, like just be aware that most likely it is going to be something that is probably going to let you down and the quality is not going to be good. Like sweet wine with a twist. And that's cool if it gets you into wine, but I just don't think that this is something that gives wine like the high quality standard that it deserves, in my opinion. See how it goes, right? So you had like all of kind of like the brands that people kind of recognize and know, and then as you're going down the line, then you get to like all the kind of gimmicky styles of wine. Then you get to like the Stella Rosa, which I don't think this is even classified as a wine. Just to be honest with you. Yeah, if you have a nutritional fact here, this is not classified as a wine. Look at that. 5.5% alcohol. I mean, this is sweet. Now, look at that, 5% alcohol. People are drinking fruit juice. Like, that's literally what this is. It's fruit juice. This is not an actual wine. That just looks like a headache and a heartburn to me. Cool. I was just talking about this with some guests at my work. There's a lack of like half bottles that are offered at stores. So instead of you having to commit to like a full bottle, like now you have all these little half bottles that you can just get 3 glasses out of, or 2 glasses depending on how much you drink. Gerard Bertrand from the Languedoc, this rosé, it's pretty cool because it's a flower on the bottom. I remember when they released this, and Gerard Bertrand kind of gave us a little tour of these. These are actually really good. And then you have like classic Whispering Angel, twist tops, like easy. The fact that they have these, and they have 187 milliliter bottles of little Proseccos and sparkling wines. It's pretty cool that they offer these. This is the first store I've seen that actually has a pretty good variety of half bottles, whether it's whites, whether it's light reds, full-bodied reds, sparklings. Like this is a great little section, to be honest. Huge section of white wine. This is where people tend to, like, I feel like, neglect white wines. They're very floral, and a lot of them have a lot of acidity, so they're really good for like hot days, like how we're kind of having here. But you can see you have New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs, you have American Sauvignon Blancs. I mean, the prices are extremely reasonable. They have a good rosé section. It's pretty cool. I mean, so you got Marival. So Marival is classic. I believe this is who are the two that were in Mr. and Mrs. Smith?
Angelina Jolie
and Brad Pitt. So this was their wine now. I think it's only owned by one of them, I believe, but they own this winery. And to be honest, it's good for what it is. I don't think it's absolutely incredible, but rosés are always good. So like this rosé, I remember this Gerard Bertrand. I know this obviously looks different than this rosé, but this is Gris Blanc, so it has more of like a yellow color opposed to like an actual rosé. This is a fantastic expression of rosé. I remember I blind tasted this around, when did I do that blind tasting? Like 11 years ago or something. This was fantastic for the price and the quality. Highly recommend this. If it's still made the exact same way, couldn't recommend that more, actually. So this is cool. So when you come to Target, they actually have champagne. Like, it's not just like a bunch of sparkling or like going into like Cava or Corbel or Cook's. Like, look at Barefoot. Like, this is actual champagne. So when you look on these champagnes, you have producers like Nicolas Foyat, which is a cooperative. So on the back of these labels, you're going to see a little acronym. The acronym will give you 2 letters here. So it's really small. But if you can see, it says CM right there in front of the numbers. That means a cooperative. So they own a cooperative house that they're actually using to ferment all their juice in. And then if you look at the back of some of these other ones, you have an NM. Those 2 letters, the acronym is Négociant Manipulant. NM means that they're purchasing grapes from other people that are contracted to grow their grapes. It's not a bad thing, but this is a really high quality champagne, like PJ. So this has to be, I don't know if I would trust drinking anything this color, like as stated as like a wine. Sparkling wine with natural flavor and certified color. Like, I don't know what that means, but this doesn't look safe. Unless this bottle is this color, I don't know. If you're looking for something that's a little lighter, it's not super powerful, you're just starting to try to get into wine, you want something like a red, but you want it to be light, kind of juicy, this is exactly where you should start. So this is A to Z Winery. They're out of Oregon. It's Pinot Noir. This is easy drinking. It's soft, a lot of red fruits, a lot of floral notes. It's going to be balanced on the palate, and the alcohol is not going to be super, super high. It's only 13.5%. So this should be that entry level, really approachable, easy drinking Pinot that I think that will get someone interested in wine. I think Oregon is always that style where it's kind of something that's kind of refreshing to taste, has a really good soft texture, nice acidity. They're perfect everyday drinkers, and the alcohol is always kind of on the lower end, which is always what we're kind of looking for approachability.